Hey guys, Rogue Orange here, and welcome to my first ever vlog. This is of the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo in Monroeville, PA. Never been to an expo before, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was expecting a good time. We got our single day Saturday pass, which is all I had really had time for this weekend, and first booth we stumble on is this one of Japanese gacha machines. I thought it was pretty neat, and then kind of just looking around the show floor, there's just so much going on, so much to explore, so much to do.
So really, the only goal we have is John Riggs, Arthur Morgan, and Dutch Vanderlyn. Other than that, we're kind of just doing whatever.
Right. Well, it was good meeting you.
Hey, good to see you too. We'll see you around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here all weekend.
Awesome. I might be back.
I'll be around.
All right, check one off the list. John Riggs.
And once we met John, we kind of just went exploring, kind of just getting a feel for the place because I knew I was going to be here for quite a while because I was waiting for the distinguished guests of the expo to arrive, and just so much stuff, just not even just video games, but like art, 3D printed stuff, just awesome things, even whatever this is. And then these neon signs, I thought these were pretty cool. I not sure where I was going to put those in my bag, so I just didn't buy them, but I just thought the Fallout ones especially were cool. Then we went over to this Atari booth that just had these awesome tube TVs and just all this insane Atari stuff. And then we went on to the arcade before it got too busy, and let me just tell you, this thing is absolutely massive. We have just arcade cabinets, free play consoles, pinball machines, anything you can think of, just a really, really fun room to be in. And then we went back out on the floor to look at more video games and accessories, stuff that I had personally never seen before, even in photographs, honestly, controllers, the whole bit. And then it was time. The whole reason I was here was to meet Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderlyn, and boy did I. Let me just tell you, Roger Clark, really, really nice. Benjamin Byron Davis, also really nice. They signed my copy of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Well, I've completed all the main quests, so I guess we just gotta do a bunch of side quests. Maybe buy some video games or something, I don't know.
And now that past me is done interrupting, we can move on to things I bought. This Toys R Us Game Boy really caught my eye. Might have been a little bit overpriced looking back on it, but I thought it was neat. And there we are back at the Atari section, the 5200 with a trackball on it. Where do you ever see that? Atari basic computers, and then dog. And then we moved on to another station where I found this Atari 410 program recorder. I had never heard of this before, but it definitely piqued my interest. And then we went back to the arcade to, play some games, maybe play a cabinet, maybe play some pinball. And this is me learning how hard it is to play an original Pac-Man cabinet with just one hand while trying to film with the other. And I was never really good at Pac-Man in the first place, but trying to film it definitely did not help. And then we moved on to this Bobby Orr pinball machine, and let me just tell you how unfair it is. You're gonna watch the ball. You see that? Into that gap, down below the bars every single time. It was completely unfair.
They have a CDI. I didn't know this was even real.
And yeah, just tons of machines, Neo Geos, TurboGrafx, Saturns, PlayStations, just the whole bit in this free play console section. And then we head back out to the floor, and that's when I started actually looking at some game consoles. We have some DS's and Game Boys, and then just a whole array of like Genesis and Nintendo systems, PlayStations, even this top-loader NES. Passed on that because it was expensive. That Wii, it's always missing that top cover, and that PlayStation 1 even has the attached screen, which is super rare. And then just this booklet of just games and DS games and Game Boy games and memory cards and Game Boy video cartridges that I'm always hunting down. Always.
Yo, that is a PlayStation 3D TV. I didn't even see this. I want it.
I end up not buying it. But then we moved on to this cabinet at Cartridges Galore. Shout out to them. And this is honestly one of the best cabinets I had ever seen. And you can just see how excited I was because there's just stuff in here I've never seen before.
See, this is how I keep the real ones on speed dial.
Another CDI.
Okay, alright, Not a big deal.
That's a test PS2. That's a test PS2.
My man.
Like literally, we had everything.
I do.
And then we moved into the booth and we saw these in-box Atari home computer accessories and then the Sega Pico that caught my eye. May or may not have purchased that. And yeah, kind of just looking around after this point, kind of just looking around, seeing what I could buy because I didn't feel like I had bought enough. As crazy as that sounds, I kind of just went back over these booths just to see if there was anything that I may have missed that I was looking for. And some of these booths just had so much stuff that it was impossible to get through in the time that I had. Just a really, really fun time just looking around, seeing what games I may or may not have had in the collection. And then, of course, there's an NES Lego set that is still expensive, and the disappointment in my face when you realize that there's just nowhere you're gonna find this set cheap at all. And yeah, we kind of just glossed over everything again. I found out that Atari stand actually had these Hallmark keepsake ornaments. Then there was a TI-99 computer, and that was really about it. I finally found Yokai Watch. Shout out to Nick's Level. And yeah, that was it. That was basically the whole show. I had a really good time. I cannot wait to go back next year or whenever they decide to do it next. Alright, now it's time to show you everything I got at the show. And we're going to start off in chronological order. Alright, so starting off, we got ourselves a copy of Serial Cafe, courtesy of John Riggs at his booth. It was a absolute pleasure to meet him, fun to talk to, and I'm glad we were able to finally connect. Coming up next is this Toys R Us Game Boy Advance. Now, it was in a case, so I really didn't get a chance to look at it. The white, the miscolored plate, as well as the, it's kind of in rough condition in some places, but it's not too bad. And frankly, I like the Toys R Us Game Boy, so I couldn't pass it up. Then next we have ourselves an Atari 410 program recorder. I don't know a darn thing about this. All I know is that it's a cassette recorder and it was made by Atari. And according to the stickers that are starting to peel off, this was a factory reconditioned model. So yeah, it's fun, it's cool, and I can't wait to explore it as time goes on. And shout out to Nick's Level because he got me into it. How about some Yokai Watch? I got it for the 3DS, obviously, and fun thing about this is that I took it out of the, plastic protector to see if this was a complete copy. It turns out that this is a sealed copy of Yokai Watch, so I have a sealed copy of Yokai Watch. It's awesome. I didn't even realize it was sealed when I bought it, but anyways, it's cool, and I like it. Next, we have Cartoon Network Collection for Game Boy Advance Video Volume 1. Don't know what's on this, but I'm excited to try it out, and I can finally add to my Game Boy Advance Video collection. And finally, we have... That's not even going to fit in frame. Give me 1 second. Here we are. We have ourselves a Sega Pico. If you don't know what the Sega Pico is, it is this obscure Sega console, basically a baby's Genesis, right? This was meant for learning games. Not many games were made for it. It's a very obscure console. I didn't buy this because I thought it was good. I bought this because I thought it was very unique, and I've never seen one in the wild before, so the opportunity to pick it up was there. I had to do it. And of course, I couldn't leave the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo without picking up a hoodie to celebrate, being there and having just a wonderful time. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this little vlog video, be sure to hit the like button if you want to see more from me and encourage me to make more videos on this channel. Be sure to hit subscribe. Be sure to turn on the bell so that way if you do subscribe, you won't miss the uploads. I've been Rogue Orange, and I'll catch you later. Peace!